Hey everybody, it's been a while. Today I'm going to be talking about who I think will be the next Super Smash Bros. Character, or, well, the last one for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. As you can see, I got some Pokemon here. We'll go into the Pokemon thing in a second. Um, but before I go into possibilities for Pokemon, it's not going to be all these Pokemon. No offense. But it's going to be who I think will be a likely, like, what's the most likely scenario or outcome of who would be the best, like who would be the Pokemon that is most appropriate, most fitting, the best Pokemon to be the final character in Super Smash Bros. But I'm going to go into the Pokemon thing in a second. We'll come back to you. It's just, well, we'll go into some other characters first because it's not all about Pokemon. So first of all, we got Legend of Zelda games. Who could it be from there? Correct me if I'm wrong for any of these. I don't know how to pronounce them all. They don't have like you can't hear them say the names of the characters when you're playing Game Boy or whatever, which is where I have that's where a lot of my Zelda games come from is from the Game Boy. I have a lot of the Game Boy games. Agahnim, the Nightmares from Link's Awakening, which would be really cool because there's like a bunch of them. You could have what's it called? Um, it could be like a super character where each outfit that you have, you know how you have different outfits for your character? What if each outfit was a different nightmare and you had different controls? That'd be crazy, right? But I think even just one nightmare with different colors would be great. Or eight nightmares, because there are eight colors that you get to choose from in Smash, or is it 10? I think it's eight. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Majora of course, from Majora's Mask. Vati. Um, I'm going to butcher this. There's a word demise, but it could be pronounced demise, just to change it up. I don't know. Maybe I butchered that, but anyway, going on. Wizro. Anyway, those are all villains. What about protagonists? There aren't too many that you can really choose from. They already have Zelda, Sheik, and of course Link. You've got to have Link. I think my vote is for Lana. Some people may say Impa, but I think, just personally, I would like to see Lana in it. Um, Now, going on to some other games, Nintendo. Nintendo has some of the best. What am I trying to say? They have some of the best platform games, like exclusively for Nintendo. Like Perfect Dark was a perfect example of that. Perfect Dark, perfect example. Nothing. All right. Well, yeah, Joanna Dark from Perfect Dark would be great, but I understand that game is rated M. It's not likely they're going to put her in it, but they did make a sequel a while ago, and of course I think they're remaking the first one for the new Xbox, or maybe even Xbox One as well. So because they're remaking it, I wouldn't be too surprised if she was in there. But I would be quite surprised because it's a rated M game. I don't think they put that in Smash. Was Bayonetta rated M? Hmm. Anyway, I think Star Fox is a great game to take characters from. We only have three so far, which is a lot. But again, it's like, how can you choose? You got to choose some of the best games, right? That's how these things go. You got to choose some of the best games, and most likely it's going to be from Nintendo, especially since it's the last character from Smash. I think it's going to be a Nintendo character. You're not going to put in like Spartan from Halo. Um, so Star Fox, yeah, Leon Pawelski's my top choice. I'd like to see him in it. Peppy Hair would be great. Maybe Crystal. Maybe. I don't know. Just saying. I mean, she's not a bad character. Um, I prefer those three over some of the other Star Fox characters. Donkey Kong's pals. We already have Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Maybe if we could get who are the other ones? Who are the ones from the N64? If you know, leave them in the comments below. Dixie Kong and Cranky Kong are good examples of Kongs. There's Funky Kong. There's the two other Kongs for the N64. There was the really strong one. Remember that? Donkey Kong 64. There was the super strong one. And there was the stretchy guy who had a little bit of a gut. You know, he was they called him, like, he was a funny Kong, for lack of a better way to recognize him by. And then, of course, I think this is very unlikely to happen since they haven't made an F-Zero game in almost 20 years. But there are a lot of great F-Zero characters, like Blood Falcon would be amazing. You know, you have Captain Falcon's rival Blood Falcon. Oh, man. There'd be nothing like that. It's just that they haven't made an F-Zero game. Maybe they should release the character, and on the day of release they say, we're making a new F-Zero game. That would be the perfect way to revamp the series. Now let's go on to Pokemon. Okay, so who do we have here? Let me just point out. We've got Quilava, Rowlet, who is Rowlet's going to be a starter. This is the evolved form of a starter. So Cyndaquil was the starter that evolved into Quilava. And Rowlet are both starters in Legends Arceus. Larvitar, Eevee, Golem, and let's see. We have Torterra and Piplup. Torterra is the final evolved form of, was it Turtwig or was it Grookey? You guys gotta let me know because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I may end up ruining it anyway. We'll see. But yeah, these two are from the original Gen 4. Rowlet and Cyndaquil will be starters for they'll be starters for Pokemon Legends Arceus in January. So that's like 4 different of the starters of the 6 starters you can choose from those Gen 4 type games. Now, who's going to be the Pokemon that is going to be picked for the final, like, say there's a Pokemon and that's the final character of Super Smash Bros. Who do I think it would be? There's already been, I think it's likely to be a strong grass type, and a prime example would be Torterra and Rillaboom. I think those guys tie for first. And here's what I'm thinking. So there's been fully evolved, so there have been water starters and fire starters who once fully evolved made it into a Super Smash Bros. Game. For water, we've got Greninja. For fire, we've got Incineroar and Charizard, who is only Charizard in the Wii U 3DS version, but in Brawl and Ultimate is part of Pokemon Trainer. There has not been a fully evolved grass type starter Pokemon like Torterra or Rillaboom. I think that's likely to be the final candidate for Super Smash Brothers here. So moving on, Torterra. The only downside for Torterra, I mean, since Torterra and Rillaboom are the most likely, because there's the Gen 4 remake coming out, and because Rillaboom was from the Gen 8 series, which just came out, those are the most likely candidates, and I think, well, of course I'm in favor of Rillaboom. He plays the drum. He's a percussionist. Why would I not? And then Torterra is great too. He's amazing. Only problem with Torterra, not that he's not a drummer, I'm saying the only problem with Torterra is that if he falls off the stage, how is he supposed to get back up? I mean, he's huge. He dropped like a brick, right? You have to use, like, I don't know if he can use Vine Whip to catch the edge of the level. But he has some great attacks. He's a really awesome Pokemon. He's really amazing. He's one of my favorites. I've been playing the original Gen 4, and my Grotle is about to evolve into Torterra any day here. Any day now. So let's see. Those guys tie for first. Then there isn't a second because they tied for first. Maybe I should just say Torterra is first. and what's his name? Rillaboom is second. Right, Torterra? Sorry, that I did not use ventriloquism in that at all. And his mouth can't even open. Yeah, so maybe I butchered the sound of Torterra. I've never actually heard Torterra in the anime yet. I'm getting there. I think Ash may get a Torterra. But okay, so third place. Oh, I should mention Torterra and Rillaboom. Rillaboom is Gen 8. There hasn't been a Gen 8 playable Pokemon in the series. There has been a Gen 4 playable Pokemon, Lucario, of course. Lucario's great. But Torterra would be great too. Gen 5, there have been no Gen 5 playable Pokemon. And if there's another remake coming out soon, I bet it will be Gen 5. Or like, Let's Go Gen 2 or something. I don't know. But yeah, probably Gen 5 will be the thing. Yeah, so Superior, one of my favorite. I've never even played that game. I don't have that Pokemon, but Superior looks amazing. He's a serpent, just like Ekans is a serpent. So yeah, and I think since they haven't had a Gen 5 one, I think he would be great. And now there are a lot of other great grass type Pokemon. We'll go on. I'm not saying. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Let's put Ekans back here. So Serperior would be amazing, and he could kind of do a floaty thing like Kirby, except different, because he can float in the air. At least that's what I think. Um, Based on what I know of Serperior, it looks like he can. Looks like Serperior can float. Now moving on. That was the third place. All right, so fourth and fifth. I believe the fourth Pokemon, Gen 3. There have been no Pokemon playable from Gen 3 in Super Smash Bros. There have not been any. And Sceptile or Mega Sceptile would be amazing, just based on how great they are as a Pokemon. I really like Sceptile, even though Sceptile has already been in Pokken Tournament, which just like they re-released it a few years back. Even though Sceptile's in that, I still think Sceptile takes number 4 as I think he takes the number 4 place for who I think is likely to be a Pokemon in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as the final character. Now, not far after that, I would believe Meganium would be number 5. Now, Meganium is not as. The thing about Meganium is kind of like Sceptile. Meganium is very peaceful, so I don't see Meganium as being necessarily, selected because Meganium's so peaceful. They just look so amiable when you see them. I would have a hard time believing that Meganium will be the final one, but it could happen. There already has been a Gen 2 Pokemon, that's Pichu in Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, I just think Sceptile's a little bit more likely to, probably a lot more I thought it was a close draw before, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think Sceptile has a big lead ahead of Meganium. Now, places 6 and 7. So we got 6 and 7. So place 6 and 7 are also very close. I would say Chestnut and Decidueye. Now, Decidueye was in Pokken Tournament. I think it was just Pokemon Tournament DX. I don't think they had Decidueye in the original because I don't think he was around then. However, Rowlet, Rowlet. Sorry if I butchered that too. Rowlet is going to be a starter, like I just said, for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So if they have Decidueye, I think Decidueye gets the number 6 place, maybe even past Meganium, but definitely like 5th or 6th. Um, let's just stick with 6 to make it simple. But yeah, Decidueye would be 6th place, and Chestnut would be in 7th place. The reason these Pokemon don't get higher, like there's already been a fully evolved. I already told you, Gen 6 there has been Greninja. Gen 7 there has been Incineroar. I just don't think it's hard to think that they would have two fully evolved from starter Pokemon in one in one like all together in Super Smash Bros. It's like would you really have Incineroar and Decidueye in the same game for Super Smash Brothers when there's so many Nintendo characters to choose from? I don't think they would do it. I really don't. And then Chestnut. Well, personally, I like Rowlet a lot. Rowlet and Decidueye. The whole line of that Pokemon family is amazing. Chespin and Chestnut and the other form. They're I don't like them quite as much as I like the Rowlet family, to be honest. So that's that. And of course, this is an honorable mention. Venusaur. Now, Venusaur is in Gen 1. However, there have been a ton of Gen 1 Pokemon in Super Smash Bros. Over the years. I don't think they're going to put another one in. I don't think they can do it. They've already had, just like my 6th and 7th place choices, there has also been Charizard and Pokemon Trainer in the past 3 games. Brawl, Wii U, and 3DS, which is one game really, and Ultimate. They Charizard and the rest of the crew has been in there for all of it, except for Charizard wasn't part of Pokemon. Charizard was his own character in Smash 4, but yeah, they even had Ivysaur as one of the playable Pokemon for the Pokemon Trainer in the 3rd and 5th Smash games. So it's very unlikely that Venusaur is going to be the character. And the other thing is, just like Torterra here, he's huge. How is Venusaur going to catch the ledge of the level? He's not going to be able to do it very easily, is he? He'd have to use Vine Whip or something. And even so, he's so heavy. It would be tough for him to get back on the level. On the other hand, if there was to be another Gen 1 Pokemon, which there shouldn't necessarily be, but Gen 1s would start it at all, I would think they would put in Golem. Right, Golem? Because Golem is a rock type who hasn't been a rock type, and Golem is one of the best Pokemon in ever. He really is. Give me a high five. Yep. So that concludes the list. Let's go over the Pokemon one more time. So at the top, there was Rillaboom and Torterra tied for first. 3rd place was Superior. 4th place was Sceptile or Mega Sceptile, or even both. I don't know. 5th place was Meganium. 6th place was Decidueye. And 7th place. In 7th place, we had Chestnut. And in last place, we had, unfortunately, Venusaur was last place. Now, I understand a lot of Pokemon fans out there, they'll say, oh, Gen 1 and Gen 2, those were some of the best games. They deserve more credit. There have already been some Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon in the Smash series already. There's even been an Ivysaur. I don't think they're going to put them on the priority list, unfortunately. But that's just who I think it would be for grass type, fully evolved starters. Like a fully evolved grass type Pokemon who was a starter in your series. So yeah, that's about all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then.